Welcome back. I don't know if you guys heard, but Denims is suing Ethan. She made a video about the CPS call and some claims that Ethan made. First of all, this video is just for informational purpose. It's just entertainment. I could be wrong about something. What I'm going to say is just based on what I'm seeing, what I have seen. Maybe I was presented wrong information. Maybe I made a mistake in how I process the information, right? It could be wrong. Don't automatically believe everything I say, but feel free to comment on my video and tell me where I was wrong so I can reconsider. We should be allowed to talk about this stuff, right? And the person I'm reacting to is talking about it as well. So Sensitive Soci3ty, I have to say, like, these type of people, it's not, I don't like it. So the title is She Has Lost Her Effing Mind, and it's about Denims. We're going to read the comments, we're going to respond to the comments, and then hopefully some people will actually comment on this video so we can have a discussion. And here's an invitation. I will debate people about this topic. Happy to do so, because there's a lot of misinformation in the comments. So get ready. This will be interesting. Let's first quickly watch the video.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys because you guys always keep it 100 with me. I did not expect for this person, this lovely person you're seeing on screen right now, to keep getting dumber. And that's surprising. I thought she would have learned from her
She keeps getting dumber. I thought she would have learned.
past mistakes, and I'm a pretty
What mistakes?
forgiven person, believe it or not. I know that we're not perfect, right? We've all made dumb videos before.
This is a dumb video. I'm 20 seconds in and this is already, and like maybe this pisses you off already that I say that this is a dumb video. But yeah, it starts out really bad.
We've all had bad takes before. It's about how you bounce back. This has been my mentality forever. It's all about the comeback.
Honestly, I'm more interested in the comments because I know
It's all about how you return or react to it, right? And this person right here has messed up an infinite amount of times.
Okay, I'm not going to check all your old videos. I've been following it. I'm not sure what she messed up. But okay.
Yet she keeps digging herself a bigger and bigger and bigger. Try to say bigger 4 times in a row super fast as you can. If you don't know who this person is, this is Denims. And she's a Twitch streamer. She has about 100,000 followers on Twitch. And yes, she belongs to the Hassan Piker community. Right next to legends like Frogan, badempanada, Noah Samsung, and a bunch of other retards. This is the...
Oh, they're all retards, okay. I guess you have 548,000 subscribers on YouTube, and YouTube is, you've monetized it. This is your income. This is how you're making money. But let's see how much misinformation you're going to spread.
The game, right? These are like the retarded Avengers. And like I said, she just keeps making everything worse. Yesterday, I made this video. You're effing pathetic.
Man, that's easy money. It is very tempting, to just not show your face, make a YouTube channel, shit on people that are upset with the genocide and are like doing advocacy for that, and this, like, just jump on the Frogan hate train, the Hassan hate train. Like, you do get a lot of views with this type of content. Doesn't mean that I agree with everything that they have said. But let's go.
Where I talk about Denims suing Ethan, and I put that video out. I like it. I think it's a banger. You guys seem to enjoy it. Then she goes live on Twitch, and on top of that, she puts out a statement about the lawsuit, and then Ethan responded to it. We're gonna get into everything. But before we do that, if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's hope this video doesn't get demonetized.
Get the dislike.
And let's just get right into it. So Denims tweeted this a few hours ago. Ethan Klein, retract, or you may want to replace your lawyer who can't do...
Ethan Klein, retract. I've not seen this tweet yet. Or you may want to replace your lawyer who can't do shit, despite publicly acknowledging that I've never endorsed and even denounced. Calling CPS on Ethan, he has continued to spread this malicious lie.
do shit. Despite publicly acknowledging that I have never endorsed and even denounced calling CPS on Ethan, he has continued to spread this malicious lie. We should hold influential creators like this.
we should hold influential creators like this to the same standard we hold anyone else to. True. I'm going to do my part. If Ethan doesn't retract his lies about me, I will look into legal avenues to convince him that he should have. Okay.
This to the same standard we hold anyone else. Would you apply the same logic if this was one of your friends, like his son?
Would you apply the same logic if this was one of your friends? Wow. I have to admit, me saying wow and being speechless, I am kind of inspired by Stardust, where she just said like 40 times wow and didn't actually. But I will follow it up with an actual argument. Would you do this to one of your friends? Like, how old are you, dude? So now this immediately tells me that I'm dealing with relatively low IQ person, right? I know you have almost 550,000 subscribers, and that is the thing that kind of blows my mind, right? Like you can be relatively low IQ, which I mean, dude, like you can be relatively low IQ and make a ton of money by doing this. And you don't have to make even good videos. You don't even have to really think. You just poop them out. Dude, Sensitive Soci3ty. Would she have done this to one of her friends, like Hassan? If Hassan was spreading misinformation about Denims having called CPS or encouraged people to call CPS on Hassan, yes, probably not a friend. If she didn't tell anyone to call CPS, if she didn't encourage anyone to call CPS, if after the fact she's also saying, I think it's stupid, people should not call CPS for this, the only thing she did was watch a video from badempanada, which I get you guys all don't like, and you also ignore the videos that badempanada makes where he's like showing the receipts. You guys need to make like 12-minute videos, right? She watched a video from badempanada where he was showing the video of Ethan talking about Giardia and that you could only get it by ingesting poop. Dan said, I don't want to get it because he said, even the names, like the dog had it, one of the kids had it, Hila has it. He made a list of, he listed people that had it. And then Dan said, I don't want to get it. What should I do to not get it? I don't want to get it. I'm not using their literal words. I hope you guys have the mental capacity to understand that I'm trying to explain what they said without having to go and show you. You can go and watch it. These receipts are all there, right? There are too many copies of this. It can't even go offline anymore. So we know what Ethan said. That is what badempanada put in a video, and Denims watched that video. But she was basically watching Ethan making those statements, and that is what she was reacting to. It's kind of weird to make those statements. It was oversharing. That's what everyone agrees upon. That is oversharing. But there is no focus on the oversharing, because we cannot rule out that someone called after seeing it on the live stream, right? We don't know. We cannot rule out that it was someone that watched badempanada's video, because she was also watching badempanada's video. Then it's still not connected to her, right? Directly based on the stream, because that person doesn't like him. Maybe doesn't like the other people either. We don't know. What we do know is that when it happened, the first thing we heard was from the house. We can go and check. This is what I've seen it. You can go and check. The call came from the house or someone close to the family. Okay, so someone close to the family or in the house was watching Denims' stream. Did that person tell them that they, as far as we know, he does not know. They do not know who actually made the call, right? What I understood is also, if you want to make such a call, you do have to share all your details. You cannot do it anonymously. They will not follow up on an anonymous call. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the chances of someone in her community having done this is relatively low. Don't forget, he himself talked about Giardia and how many people had it, and that you have to ingest poop to get it, right? That is what it basically was being reacted to. And he was smiling when he was saying it. So it's not strange for people to laugh at that, right? He was sharing it because it was entertaining. There was a huge smile on his face. Again, you can fact check me and go and check the actual video, right? But then he was saying like, oh, it's more coming from their community. Denims is like part of it and this and that is what pissed her off. Because she doesn't feel like she's complicit. She doesn't feel like she is the reason why someone called. Because prove it. Like, based on what information have you come to the conclusion that she... But let's continue. But the video is really stupid.
On the guy who legitimately had a terrorist on his show, would you, Denims, hold him to that same...
Yes. If Hassan would have claimed that Denims was the reason why CPS was called to Hassan's house, yes. Yes. Badempanada, yes. Frogan, yes. It doesn't matter. It's a matter of principle. Doesn't matter who it is. If you're saying this person did something and that person didn't do anything, and they're like, I didn't do anything, and you keep saying that person did something, was responsible for something, then there's a chance of that person saying, hey, you're defaming me. You're saying something that is not true, and you're making me look bad. Right?
Standard? I doubt it.
I doubt it that you would hold them to that same standard. It's not about talk like it's so you're but basically what Sensitive Society is saying here. What Sensitive 100,000 views just because people hate those people, right? What he's saying is it's because it's Ethan. If it was someone else with a lot of subscribers with a podcast and that person had nothing to do with Israel or whatever, it would be like totally not connected to that. Let's say Keemstar was spreading that. From her perspective, it's misinformation. It's not true. It's a lie. So from her perspective, if Keemstar would have been doing that and people start sending her harassment and messages, and because she is dealing with that, you can count on that. If you read the comments on your stupid video, you will realize that people are probably sending her hate messages and shit, right? So if Keemstar would have been responsible for that, would there be a double standard? Like, probably no. The odds of Hassan doing this to her, or Frogan, or one of those other people that she considers friends, yeah, the odds of that happening is relatively low, because why would they lie about her being responsible for a CPS call to their house? This is just such a stupid thing to say. It's crazy.
But
if you hate me for saying this, fine. I don't care. If this does not compute for you, if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, and you're like, fuck this guy. Look at this guy defending Denims, and how dare he defend it. Fuck off. I don't care. Leave. I don't care. I don't want to grow my channel, which is super small now. I don't want to grow my channel with someone like you. Right? I don't. If you are now suddenly starting to see like, oh, okay, wait, there's actually a lot of misinformation, well, maybe you can be saved. If you can't be saved because you just hate people and you don't care about the details, good luck. Good luck to you in the rest of your life with everything, making friends and all of that stuff. Good luck to you. You will need it because you're weird. You're just weird. At that point, you can't be saved.
I'm going to do my part. If Ethan doesn't retract his lies about me, I will look into legal avenues to convince him that he should have. Now, I gotta give it to her. This is brave and stunning. I'm literally...
This is how this works, right? She's giving him the opportunity to retract the claims that she says are unfounded or not true. She did not tell anyone to go call CPS, right? So she's telling him, if you just tell everyone on your 2 channels, if you read the letter, you can read the letter, right? Most people have not read the letter, some of them maybe. You're giving that person some time to retract, and if they retract, there's no problem. You've owned up to it, fine. They don't want to go to court. They don't want a lawsuit. Why is it so difficult? Let's assume, right? We're working, like, we have to work with the information that we have. We know what Ethan said. We know what he said about close to the family and stuff. We know that as well. We know what Denims watched. Ethan saying that stuff and reacting to Ethan saying that stuff. Sure, there is some commentary from badempanada as well, but Denims is smart enough to realize that badempanada is working with the information from what you can see, the footage of Ethan saying that stuff. So if badempanada is adding stuff to it that is not there, Denims is smart enough to know, like, oh, this is badempanada reaching. I can give you an example of badempanada reaching a bit. When he made the video about, what was it? I think about AB. What was it? Where AB, badempanada wrote, like, and even Anthony from the Not Worry podcast wrote, like, AB is calling me a barbarian. He literally said something approximately to what I'm going to say now. Zionists love to use you as an example of an Arab being barbaric, and I'm going to do my best to fight against that narrative. So when badempanada and Anthony turn it into calls an Arab barbaric, and that's it, and they leave other stuff out, and you can say, well, you're trying to keep your title short, like she has lost her effing mind, like that probably really works. It's super effective, right? Sensitive Society. Yeah, sometimes people are reaching a little bit. When Denims is watching badempanada react to Ethan, those statements, she knows what information badempanada has, right? Okay. Are we clear?
Crying tears of joy because of how brave this is. I'm crying. She's my queen. Like I said yesterday, I talked about the
Holy shit, you're unlikable. And I get it. It's like you want the younger and like lower IQ people. It works, right? Ads are showing to them. I don't know if YouTube actually takes into account whether ads are effective on people. But like, dude, you really sound stupid.
Just very
It's crazy.
briefly, the lawsuit, right, against Ethan. So this guy gets CPS called on him, months of
Let's go.
harassment, bullying, doxing, humans.
Months of harassment. He has not been harassing other, so very selective, right? It's not an action reaction. It's not, It's not misrepresenting a tier list and saying it's anti-Semitic, while Denims is also in the F tier, and there is a Jew on the panel, an Arab Jew, but still a Jew. It's not really anti-Semitic, right? Is Denims a Jew? No. Okay. Is Denims is it the Zionist tier list? No. Denims is not really a Zionist, right? So it's not anti-Zionist. It's anti-Israeli. Well, wait. Denims is not Israeli. Make it work. The tier list, any rational person, while I do not think the tier list was a great idea, I don't like tier lists in general. I think these type of tier lists also don't add value. I don't like it. It's stupid. I think the entire idea of the panel and the tier list was stupid, was just stupid. I think they have learned their lesson as well. I don't think it was anti-Semitic. The fact, and Denims explained this, the reason why they got banned is because they started reaching out to sponsors and everything. And then Twitch had to intervene. And they were like, yeah, based on that. We don't know. I can't look inside the head of Twitch. I'm working with the information that I have. If I look at the tier list, it was not a racist tier list. You can see it like that if you want. That's up to you. But you're adding a lot of context and you're leaving context out, right? So portraying this picture of Ethan just suddenly out of the blue, everyone started harassing and bullying and doxing Ethan. People were doxing Ethan. You're saying doxing here. What doxing? Who doxed Ethan? Bullying Ethan? Ethan is being bullied, but he's not bullying anyone else. He's being harassed, but he's not harassing anyone else. The human skulls, who sent it? We don't know. Right? We don't know. It's kind of a weird case. Don't they have to pay for it? Don't they have to share some details to buy and send it? We don't know. Those skulls are like super expensive. It's like thousands of dollars. Like, did they get the invoice? They were sent back to the... I actually looked into it, and I understand that they were sent back because they were listed again. If the FBI is checking it, would they allow you to give those skulls back to the store? Wouldn't they want to keep it as evidence? So there's a lot of questions, but it's clear that you've picked a side and then you just don't care about what the other side is experiencing. It's just Ethan getting harassment, bullying, doxing. What doxing, but okay.
Skulls. Ethan gets put through the ringer.
They don't. People were banned for 30 days on Twitch, which is their primary form of income. So if Sensitive Soci3ty gets banned, which I don't think it will ever happen because YouTube doesn't care. They really like this type of content. They're not put in the ring through the ringer. They're being banned. People are harassing them. What about that Instagram guy? Just because he wrote "go to hell," that doesn't mean it's anti-Semitic. But he said that to Jewish people, so that's automatically anti. No, it doesn't mean it's anti-Semitic. Dude was upset because of the genocide, and he saw the tattoo and he's like upset. And yeah, it's stupid for him to write "go to hell." Fine, call him out for that. But is there a need to show a picture of him and his friends, of his family, of his mom, sister? Really? So you're very selective in your outrage, Sensitive Soci3ty.
Everyone's going after him, right? And
There's nothing coming out of him, right? It's all targeted at Ethan. Wow.
on top of that, they want to sue him.
So now he's creating this picture of like everyone is harassing, doxing. What doxing? Everyone is doing this to Ethan. He's not mentioning anything that Ethan has done to other people, right? And then on top of that, she wants to sue him. So yeah, that's kind of messed up to portray it in this way. That's kind of messed up. Why is she saying that she will sue him? Why? Talk about that. She's not doing it to be more difficult towards Ethan. Like, oh, we got him, guys. We got him. Keep on harassing Ethan. You think they don't have anything better to do? The reason why it turned into such a content meal is because those people were banned. And then he went after Hassan. Have you lost your effing mind?
Like, do you know how insane that is? Now,
It's insane to completely ignore everything else. Why is he losing so many subscribers, dude?
I'm not saying you have to love Ethan, but I mean,
This is such a
when
dumb
he's
video.
getting
Oh my
bullied
God.
and pushed around by everyone.
This is so stupid. Is this, again, I wonder, like when I respond to these type of videos, every time I wonder, is it low IQ or is it just deliberately being an asshole and wanting to monetize it? Or is it an expectation of a low IQ of your audience? Like I'm making videos for low IQ people, so I need to just make it work. But then, like, you could have done a better job at this, right? Like, this is so bad that you almost start to believe that this person actually believes what he's saying. And I find that so hard to believe. But you know what? It's just like one of the commenters making a video. So it's like, it's the same. So it has to be low IQ because it's such a dumb video.
It's like,
We're only 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. Creating this image of everyone is hating on Ethan and it's only against Ethan. Ethan has done nothing wrong. Ethan has done nothing wrong. And then you go and sue him after everything that he experienced when he has literally done nothing wrong ever. Like, oh, wow. That is really bad. That is really messed up. It's like someone is on the ground and you're kicking him.
I do feel bad for him. It
doesn't feel bad for the people that were banned when the tier list was being misrepresented. Doesn't feel bad for Hassan for constantly being attacked. The guy was not a Houthi terrorist, by the way. He was not a Houthi, right? So stop spreading misinformation, right? I get that you only feel... Do you really only feel bad for him? Yeah, probably.
sad that everyone's just attacking him and now
Everyone is attacking him. He's not doing
suing
anything.
him. And then
and now suing him. Oh, you're leaving the fact out that he sent letters to a random Redditor for uploading a clip of him, giving him like 5 things that that person has to do. Like, you have to tell us the names of all the people from Reddit that you talk to. We need the names of all the people of the Snark subreddit that you have talked to. Like, 5 things that they had to do. Otherwise, they will get sued for uploading a short clip of Ethan. Uploading a short clip of Ethan, that is already enough to get sued. Is that really cool with you guys? Uploading a short clip to show people like, hey, here, it's 1.5 minutes. You can hear him say this and that. Noah Samson got a letter. He's being sued, I guess, right? And then his response to Denims is like, oh, I'm gonna take all our money. That is cool with you guys? Trying to sue Reddit as well. Who's suing who? Who's been sending their lawyer towards everyone? You're like completely ignoring all of that.
Asking for $150,000 when I'm sure
The GoFundMe, the goal, like, she's not asking for more. That is the hard limit at the top. Important to note before we go into the comments, she has made it very clear. You can believe her or not, I don't care. She has made it very clear that if Ethan retracts on both his channels, that she will not pursue a lawsuit and that she will refund all the money. Some people ask, well, if you have 150K maybe, or whatever, why not just donate the money to charity, like for Palestine? And she said, well, first of all, I don't think that's fair. People are giving money for the lawsuit, so it's kind of unfair to use that for something else. They're giving money for the lawsuit, and you're not allowed to do that. It's officially not allowed. It's to.as. So if you have a GoFundMe to do something, like, you can go and say, Keffels did this, Keffels did that. Denims is not Keffels, is she? Denims is not Keffels. How inconvenient. But they're all the same. No, they're not. Lots of people dislike Keffels within the group of people you guys hate. So, yeah, there are rules. She's not allowed to use it for something else. If she actually does use it for something else, yeah, then you have something to say about it. But right now, making claims about she will do something else with the money is baseless.
she could pay for this herself. Now, 2 things will happen here.
She could pay for this herself. I don't know how much she's making, but for her to just pay 150K, that is a lot of money, dude. Like, not everyone is as rich as Ethan and Hila.
Here, either A, the lawsuit never happens. B, she's going to steal.
Okay, the lawsuit never happens, then she is going to refund everyone. That is what she said.
All of this money and just pocket it like Keffels did.
See, Keffels? I have not pre-watched this video, but she's not Keffels. You're saying that she will do something. Are you going to apologize when she doesn't pocket the money? When no lawsuit comes out of this? Which I hope. I don't think this should turn into a lawsuit because it's just stupid. But yeah, it might. But you made a claim that she will maybe pocket the money. So are you going to apologize when she doesn't pocket the money? I'll make another video and ask for an apology then. Like, dude, throwing this out there is kind of messed up.
Or actually, let me give you another option. C, she sues Ethan, right? Ethan.
Oh my god, this is going to be really dumb. I'm calling it. This is going to be extremely dumb. What is it? Let me think. What can he say? I can't think of anything because anything you could say is stupid. Let's see.
It's a lot more successful, a lot more money. Do you think he's not
great.
not going to fight back against this ridiculous lawsuit? Not like I said, Ethan.
Okay, so you're saying ridiculous lawsuit. Let's look at the details then, see how ridiculous it is. So you think he's not going to fight back? No, she's taking that into account, which is why she has the GoFundMe, okay?
They respond, and this is what he had to say regarding this very scary lawsuit that I'm sure is keeping Ethan up at night.
God, it's like listening to a 12-year-old. Someone that is stuck in like the head of a 12-year-old. Like the it didn't develop any further, but it is an adult because you can hear it's an older person. But like, wow. Okay. Yeah,
Denims, don't
his response was not great, but I get that you guys think it's awesome.
sue me, Denims. Please don't take the first legal action. What's that have to do with anything? For clicks. Denims is a giant turd-eating monster whose life, financially speaking, I'm going to probably not ruin, but I do want to put her in some. I do want to. I would like to put her into financial. Declaring bankruptcy. Let me just chill.
It's just funny to the entire crew.
What's the proper verbiage on this?
Leave her broke and begging for money in downtown LA.
You really, really hate her, right? What has she done to you? What has she done in general? What is the worst stuff that she has done? Please leave the comments. Comment below the video. Give me a list of things, horrible things that Denims has done. Outside of sharing the F tier in the non-racist, non-anti-Semitic tier list. Tell me, what has she done?
Say for Ethan. And do I blame him? No. If I was Ethan and I had his money, you bet your ass I would be smiling from ear to ear knowing I'm getting sued and I'm going to absolutely destroy this dumb bitch. Leave her broke. She's probably gonna have to
I'm going to destroy this dumb bitch, leave her broke. And YouTube monetizes this stuff.
go back to OnlyFans after.
Oh, okay. We're gonna use her OnlyFans against her. Yeah, I'm not a fan of OnlyFans. But that's up to her.
This. She's playing.
I mean, she can still stream. She will not lose her platform. Whatever happens, she can still make money by doing the same thing. She'll be fine.
With fire, and I do think it's gonna backfire. No
Okay, well, we'll see.
pun
Let's see.
intended. What can I say? Whenever I talk, I'm just like fucking rapping. I got bars for days. If this whole YouTube thing ends up crashing and burning, I'm just gonna become a rapper. But I digress. Why is Denims
Don't. Seriously, don't.
doing this? In no seriousness, this is
She's doing this because of everything I said at the beginning, claiming that Denims is responsible or somehow complicit or incentivize people or encourage people. Like, yeah, that is not true. You can see how she responded by just watching Ethan talk about that stuff in a badempanada's video.
such a waste of money.
Yeah, because Ethan could just say, well, we don't know if Denims reacted to the video, but she didn't tell people that everyone has Giardia. That's something that Ethan did in that podcast, right? It's the people have to, like, what's up with your memory, people? Like, has this guy watched, like, I don't think this guy is really interested in all of this. I don't think this guy has been watching, like, the H3 stream, is just watching a couple of clips and then thinking, I need to make a 12-minute video, I will shit on Denims and, like, some bullets, and that's it.
Resources and time.
Because based on the information that I have, which is the same as the information that you have, based on that information, the statements from Ethan about Denims, those claims don't seem to be true based on what I saw from Denims reacting to the clips that badempanada had from the podcast where Ethan was saying a lot of stuff, oversharing. Also taking into account that he said close to the family. That doesn't sound like someone in our community, and that also doesn't sound like Denims. So what was that information based on? Was that a lie or was that true? Because if it's true, it sounds very unlikely that Denims influenced this in any way, unless that person also called Ethan and said, hey, I was the person that reported you. By the way, it was because of Dennis's stream. Like, you need to prove that this person is part of Denims' community. That would have to come out from discovery, like that this person actually watched that stream, and that is the reason why that person called. But even then, is that person going to claim that it was because of what Denims said or what badempanada said? Doesn't even matter. But is it going to be because of what Denims said or just the statements that they could hear from Ethan, what Denims was reacting to? This is just so stupid. So it's a waste of money because ideally Ethan just says, hey, I have to be a bit more careful. I don't know who made the call. I don't have any evidence that it came from Dennis' community. Looking at Denims' reaction, again, I have to admit, she didn't tell anyone to call CPS. She was paying attention to the video. This is what she explains. Like, can you imagine that? That as a streamer, that you're reacting to something and that you're not reading the chat. How can you react to something when you're only reading the chat? She explained that when that happened with the CPS stuff, that she was, like, the comments about CPS, which doesn't mean that they called CPS. They're listening to those statements and then they write the word CPS and say, hey, that's CPS should be involved. Doesn't mean that they actually made the call. They're listening to the statements from Ethan. They're primarily responding to that because Denims did not say, as far as I remember, you can go and watch. Feel free to give me links with timestamps to our stream where Denims is saying, hey guys, I hope one of you calls CPS, because that didn't happen. So based on that information, Denims is right, and Ethan should just make 2 videos. He can combine it with other content, right? He can just, it doesn't matter. Honestly, if he would just, I'm pretty sure that it would benefit Ethan if he would. First of all, I don't think Ethan can win this case. I'm not a lawyer, but I understand that Sensitive Society and everyone that comments below fully agrees that Ethan has a perfect case and like Denims cannot win in any way. I disagree based on the information that I have. So it's probably better to just say, hey, no, let's not do this. And it will make Ethan look better. Because if you're claiming something that is not true, like the same, if he really thinks that, apparently that is what he is thinking, that Noah Samson is not allowed to make those claims about Ethan, not allowed to say defender of the genocide or whatever, those titles that he used. He has videos where he's explaining why he's coming to that conclusion, and I do believe that that one video was called like backing a genocide or whatever. Again, I'm not a lawyer. Is Ethan going to win from Noah? I don't know. I do, like Denims even said, like Noah, that she told Noah, like, you should probably just retract or whatever, like it's not worth it. And that is true, but also, yeah, it's a matter of principle. It's a waste of time, right? The same thing that you're saying, waste of money. Same thing applies to the case that Ethan brought forward to Noah Samson. Just defend yourself and like leave it at that. Just, yeah, he's saying something and just, you made a video saying like it's ridiculous together with Mutahar. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Like you guys are suing him, like, yeah, I don't think you should be suing him. That's kind of stupid. Let's keep going.
You're going to lose as a content
Okay, we'll see about that.
creator and as a person overall. You gotta know when to pick and choose your battles. But
Okay,
this
fine.
one is just not it. It truly does blow my mind how no one told you this was a bad idea.
She talked to a lawyer. Based on the information that we have available, there were some statements from Ethan that I think, yeah, she has a good case here. I don't think she would have done this if she didn't have a good case. The way I'm evaluating it, I do think that she probably has a good case. So to create this idea of like this picture of it's such a bad idea, how is she not having anyone around her that will tell her that it's a bad idea? Because I don't think it's a bad idea. If someone is claiming those things, you could say then the same thing about Noah Samson, but Noah Samson, outside of the title, like the claim, like, hey, defender of genocide or whatever, that is the thing that he's going to get sued for, right? But then the video itself is like an hour or whatever. Those are the receipts. So yeah, it's just that one title and he's making that case in a video. So then someone needs to judge that case, and it will be a difficult case because it's about all those details. It's about the genocide, the numbers, and blah blah blah. It's about a lot of things, statements. So that one is really complicated. This one is not. Denims explained this as well, and I agree with her. This is not comparable to like the case with no censorship.
It's a little concerning that it's made $26,000. What?
It's at 38. It's going to hit 40. If it really turns it into a lawsuit, I'm pretty sure that it will hit 150. Why is it concerning to you? It's kind of a good sign to me. It shows that a lot of people realize that, you know, this guy is like threatening to sue people constantly, and he's doing stuff that is messed up that people can sue him for, and they're like, well, finally someone is doing the same thing back, you know.
Once again, this could have gone to one of their very important causes that Hassan and
Okay, so okay, you have to donate everything to Palestine, right? You can't donate to anything else. You can't do both. Okay, great argument.
Denims and Frogan and all these fucking idiots are into. They're always
Fucking idiots, he calls them all. That is very deliberate, right? I don't think this type of video should be monetized on YouTube, to be very honest. But then your entire channel will not be monetized because this is what you do. I'm not really paying attention to the Doom gameplay, but it does look like you suck at the game every 2 seconds like the couple of seconds that I actually watch.
saying support Palestine, right? Donate.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not paying really attention to that gameplay for this, but man, it's just easy content. Like, it doesn't show yourself, and just put some Doom video on the background. Oh, God, why am I not doing this? 548,000
Palestine. And I said this on my last video as well. Couldn't this $150,000 go towards Palestine?
God.
And help them out, give them food, give them clothes, give them, I don't know, help out. And
You don't know. I know you don't know. And it doesn't sound like you care. I don't know if you care. But it's just such a stupid argument. People are still donating for Palestine. People have donated for Denims that have also donated for Palestine. People can donate to multiple causes. Right? No? They're not allowed to donate for anything else. I've heard this claim, like I've heard this before, where how is this helping Palestine? Well, deplatforming people, threatening people with lawsuits that are pro-Palestine and speaking up for Palestine. Hassan is speaking up for Palestine. He's getting harassment. Yeah.
instead, you decide to sue
Instead, you decide to sue
a YouTuber because he said true stuff about you, and you don't think you're gonna.
true stuff about you. Okay. Interesting. Showing receipts or no?
Gonna get fucking destroyed in court. What are we doing here? This is money that could have gone towards kids. This is money that could have gone towards family. But no, we're out here having a fucking dig measuring contest because we can't.
How about the lawsuit that is going to be filed against Noah Sampson? Why are you not saying the same things about that lawsuit? That one is going to be a lot more expensive.
How do people support this? Yeah, these same people are like, donate to Palestine. Yet they're donating to one of the stupidest fucking GoFundMe.
If people feel like the H3 podcast is doing more harm than good, yeah, you can call it the stupidest GoFundMe. You know what is a stupid GoFundMe? That lady where the kid, an autistic kid, that is what I heard, an autistic kid grabbed something from the bag of the other tiny, like very small children, like 5-year-old, 4-year-old. Yeah, you shouldn't grab something from the other kid, but like they have been playing more often, apparently. And the mom found out and she called him the N-word, like 4 or 5-year-old. And then the father started filming, like, what are you doing? Why are you calling a kid that is 4 or 5 the N-word? And then she was like, well, if he's acting like an N-word, I will call him an N-word. And then she called him an N-word. She said N-word multiple times. She set up a GoFundMe and she had like 300K, and people were donating and using the usernames like N-word, N-word this, N-word that. And you're saying this is the stupidest GoFundMe? Interesting. There are probably a lot of very, very stupid GoFundMes.
Of all time, people,
Of all time, guys.
anyone that donated
The N-word GoFundMe is not stupid.
here, if you have money to burn, if you want to waste your money, just send it to me. I'll gladly take your money. I hope she doesn't steal this money or pockets it. Would I be surprised if nothing comes of this and it just secretly goes away and she keeps $150,000?
Will you apologize when she doesn't keep the money if it doesn't turn into a lawsuit? I think you should apologize if it doesn't turn into that, because you're really anticipating that to happen. So you should own up when she doesn't do it, because you're dude.
There's absolutely not. I would not be surprised. I do hope Ethan leaves
Okay,
her
so let's
broke.
so then at least make the video later and saying, "Hey, I'm so surprised because she did refund everyone." Make the video. Be a man. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Make the video when she does give everyone the money back if it doesn't go to court, and tell everyone, yeah, I'm an idiot, and I said that she would steal the money and she didn't. Okay.
And in the streets.
I do hope Ethan leaves her broken in the streets. Wow. Because you think she told people to call CPS, which she didn't? Again, what is the worst thing that she has done? What did she do to you, guy?
And having to sell OnlyFans for the rest of her life to pay for the fees. This is so...
Wow. You really, really hate her. I think this is really leaning extra in, like, because he knows people hate them. So he's like, oh, let me lean in. Like, he doesn't care, probably.
such a joke. I can't.
Difficult day. How about no? See, that sounds too bad. Want to put her into a pickle?
It doesn't sound serious enough. Pickle sounds like a funny.
Want to put her into a bit of a bind? We'll work on it. I'm kidding, by the way.
Yeah. Not very smart.
I will donate. I will donate to her GoFundMe. Yeah. You convinced me that I should donate to her GoFundMe.
Denims, in my opinion. Well, here's her yapping about it.
Ethan Klein lied.
Denims has she has a master's degree, I think. She studied. What did you do? What type of degree do you have, Sensitive Soci3ty? You really think you're smarter than Denims, Sensitive Soci3ty? Like, it's like a 12.5-minute video, and 6 minutes of it is fucking horrible. It's super dumb. You really think you're smarter than Denims? Dude, you are not smarter than Denims. You are not.
.com now takes you to a GoFundMe for legal fees if Ethan.
Some people even go to her chat. This does not end well for you. You got a spare couple of $100,000 for legal fees? This isn't the W you think it is. Just, yeah, let them say whatever they want, claim whatever they want to claim. Here's the thing. You guys are proving by constantly saying that she did indeed call CPS. I've seen many comments of people saying, I haven't seen it here in this video in the comments. We'll look at the video comments. We will definitely look. How many comments? 800 comments. I might even take the time to read and react to literally each comment on your stupid video. So there have been people I've seen on videos that have said that she called. Very stupid. No reason to think that she called, right? All she did was react. Lots of people have said that she is the reason why someone has called. You don't know. You don't know. The fact that people are saying that, why are people saying that? Who put that in the air? Did they randomly start thinking that Denims is the reason why CPS was called? That's her case. Why are people saying that she was the reason why someone called CPS? That is the reason why she is considering the lawsuit, right? Because people are now everywhere believing that she's the reason CPS was called. If you are making such a claim, you're supposed to show the receipts. The receipts have not been shown. If Ethan would show like a private message of Denims to someone else saying, hey, you should call CPS, and that person saying, I will, and they grab a camera and record themselves calling CPS. it's very difficult to prove that, if it's actually, if it was not Denims, I would say, probably. If it is Denims, it would be very stupid for Denims to sue Ethan for this, because then it will be brought out that Denims called CPS, because there will be discovery, right? It would be very stupid if Denims knows who is the person that called CPS to do this, because that will come up during discovery, and they will say, hey, you know this person, and this person called CPS. Then they check your chat messages with that person, and then they will find messages of you saying, hey, you should call CPS. Do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's send a couple of skulls as well. Yay! Woo! Let's do another skull. Denims knows that she didn't do it. Denims doesn't know who did the call. Denims knows that she didn't tell anyone to make the call. All the footage is online. Anyone that is interested can go watch the footage. Have we now reached a point in time where, even though the footage is online and you can actually research stuff, like people are just too lazy, they will hate on people, wish that people end up on the street, have to like just make money with OnlyFans, like that's the only thing that she should be using to make money. You hope that she just fully relies on OnlyFans and can't make content on Twitch. You want her to be deplatformed. Why don't you investigate the receipts, my dude? Why don't you look at how she responded, and so we can hear that Ethan was making, like, doing the oversharing? Why not?
Klein refuses to retract.
I know why not, because that wouldn't have reached you. I'm not gonna reach 550,000 subscribers anytime soon. If I want to, I would have to make the same type of content that you're doing. Why does this work so well? Well, my video is already way too long, right? So most people will not watch my entire video. They like to see a video of like 12 and a half minutes saying, hey, Denims is a bitch. Like that's what people want, right? And you're delivering on that. And it works, and YouTube is incentivizing it.
His defamatory statements that he made maliciously, knowingly, which is why the website is called ethanklein.com. And if he's happy to retract his defamatory statements, I will happily refund every single person who donates to the GoFundMe. If he's willing to admit that he made defamatory statements and issue a retraction, of course, again, I would be happy to refund every single person who...
Some people, I think, also claim that the fact that she used this screenshot is anti-Semitic. Like, that claim was made as well.
...who's donated. Otherwise, I will be suing. And if you would like to help donate to this legal...
It is from the stream, I believe, where he was saying those things about her.
...fund, considering that he doesn't have enough lawyers.
What happened?
The website is ethanklein.com. Mods, if you can pin that.
Yes, my queen, I'm coming.
So let's continue, shall we?
I've heard enough. This is such a waste of time for everyone. You're not gonna win, okay? Your little ChatGPT lawyer.
There's no reason to think that she used the ChatGPT. I don't think that's the case. You're completely disregarding the fact that she has a degree. So even if, let's say, she loses everything, she has a degree. She can go and do that and will have a good job. What type of degree do you have? ChatGPT was not used for this stupid lawsuit, as you call it. It was not. It was not. It doesn't look like ChatGPT generated this. It's just such a dumb thing to say. A lot of people
Your
do
letter
that.
ain't working, and you're gonna need a lot more money. And on top of that,
150,000 should be enough, I do believe. Okay.
it's just pointless. It's legitimately pointless. People were already forgetting that you're one of the reasons why the CPS.
You're doing the same thing that Ethan did. You know that, right? You're doing... People are already forgetting that you're one of the reasons why CPS... How do you know that she was one of the reasons why CPS was called? Do you have access to CPS? Oh, guys, Sensitive Soci3ty has a contact within CPS, it seems.
Call was made.
Idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You sound like a pussy as well. Sorry, it just pisses me off to see if someone is just so stupid and they think they're smart. It just pisses me off. I don't care if you're stupid. Like, you can be low IQ. It's fine to be low IQ. Lots of people are fine. But dude, you're such an idiot. It's crazy to me.
People were moving on, and then you decide to make.
You are now making the claim that she was one of the reasons that CPS was called. Well, care to prove that in court? How can you prove that she was one of the reasons that CPS was called? Dumbass.
Make it popular again and remind everyone that it may potentially.
People here, you're doing an wow, what a self-own, what a stupid self-own. People are forgetting the fact that then you're making a claim that is false based on the information that we have available, unless you have information that I do not have access to. People are forgetting the fact, but you're saying that it actually, that she was one of the reasons why CPS was called. One of the reasons. Receipts. If she didn't tell anyone to call CPS, how is she one of the reasons that CPS was called? Just the fact that people mention CPS in the chat when someone is talking about poop and everyone having poop, and that you only get Giardia by ingesting poop. She's one of the reasons that CPS was called. So saying that people were already forgetting, people will remember, right? In the future, oh, that's that girl that called CPS. Oh, that's that girl that was one of the reasons why CPS was called. She doesn't want people to think that that is true because it is not true.
Be your fault, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is. This is so stupid. What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? Now, I find it really interesting how you can't see, like... Now, I gotta say this. I am not a lawyer. I'm not smart enough. So, if I say anything dumb...
The only valid thing you said, I'm not smart enough. True. Very true. You're not smart enough, not just not to be a lawyer. Like, this is it. Making shitty content on YouTube where you expose how stupid you are, that is the level. That is the level. Self-owning. People are not responding to your shitty content because they don't feel like it. It pisses people off. Like, what the fuck is this dude saying? But I'm like, you know what? I'll do it.
Now you know why. I like how you can't see the lawyer's name, and I would not be surprised if this was...
You can't see the lawyer's name because she knows that he will show it on stream. You dumbass. And then that office will be harassed. There's no need to include the lawyer's name. What is the benefit of her including the lawyer's name? Use your brain. Why would she include the lawyer's name? The fact that Ethan did that is like, oh, now that is standard. Everyone, like, Ethan can show the name if he wants, which would be dumb. He could show the letter with the lawyer's name if he wants, which is dumb. Because why? You want people to harass the office? It's only going to make the case... It's going to only help her. But she's not doing it because she doesn't want them to be harassed.
was read via ChatGPT, or...
Dude, you are ChatGPT. You're so stupid. ChatGPT is smarter than you. Like, I do think that we have reached a point in time now where ChatGPT is smarter than a lot of people, including Sensitive Society.
There was some fake-ass letter to scare Ethan. Subject, demand for...
Fake-ass letter. You really think she's so stupid that she would send a fake-ass letter and she would not follow through? So Ethan would ignore what she says, like, hey, you need to do these things. If not, I'm going to do a lawsuit. She's also crowdfunding, right, the GoFundMe. But it's actually a fake-ass letter to scare Ethan. Hey, guys, thanks for the $150,000. Here's the money back. Oh, I'm stealing it. I was just trying to, scare Ethan. That's it. People realize, including Denims, that Ethan does not get scared that easily when it concerns money and lawyers, right? We've seen his response. There's no reason to think that Denims thought that this would scare Ethan. That is why she's doing the GoFundMe. If she thought that this was going to be effective, she would have assumed that Ethan would just own up to his mistakes and say, okay, I shouldn't have made that claim. But she knows chances of that happening is really low. So, yeah.
Retraction of false publication. Isn't it the same person who was spreading lies with someone else about Ethan and his kids getting
Let's
a
go
letter
back.
to scare Ethan? Subject: demand for public retraction of false publication. Isn't this the same person who was spreading lies with someone else about Ethan and his kids eating shit and his
Oh, you're doing the same thing, buddy. Honestly, I mean, you could say, isn't this the same person? No, it's not. That person, who is that person? You're saying something that is not true because she was reacting to Ethan saying those things. You idiot. Go watch it. I will put links in the description. Or maybe I won't because you guys are so lazy you will not even click. Like, go watch it. Who has overshared Giardia? Who overshared the Giardia story with a big smile on his face?
house being beyond disgusting, but
Nothing we could see shows that their house is disgusting. But the idea of like poop being in the house, like the kid put stuff in his mouth or whatever, doesn't mean that it's literally poop. It could have been in contact with, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that shit. No pun intended. But no, she didn't say kids eating. No, she was just reacting to Ethan oversharing. Go watch what Ethan overshared.
she also has slandered Ethan before and pushed a false narrative, and on top of that, made up lies
Oh, she has, okay, receipts, please.
about him. So I don't know.
Oh, no receipts. Oh, no receipts. Okay, great. Yeah, your low IQ audience doesn't need it, right?
If I was Ethan, I would be suing her back, and once again, I would leave her on the streets. And yes,
That's not how it works. Suing, okay, fine. Yeah, you should sue her back. Good idea. He should sue her for calling CPS, right? He should sue her for being CPS.
I would take her fucking plushies as well, and then pee on them or something in front of her. Okay, I gotta chill.
You gotta find the brain.
I'll just read a little bit because it is like 4 or 5 long pages. Our law firm is legal counsel to social media commentator and content creator Denims. It has come to our attention, so in response to your Parent Child Protective Services CPS visiting your home, you publish numerous false statements on your YouTube channels stating either that
Here's the weird thing, right? Like, if you read the letter, these are direct quotes.
Denims herself filed the preceding CPS report about.
I will read it now for you because he annoys me. Stating either that Denims herself filed the preceding CPS report about you. Obviously, she did not file that preceding. Like, why would she send him this letter because it would come out in discovery, okay? Resulting in an imprudent CPS visit to your home, or that Denims caused others to do so. You have to prove that. Denims is participating in this CPS lie. So that is a direct quote from Ethan. You can go check it if you want. You can see the date. So that is the date of the stream. Denims endorses this. She's never endorsed the CPS call. So yeah. Clearly, as you can see, she's not moderating this at all. So that is related to the chat. But she's not moderating the chat at all because she was paying attention to the video. You're going to prove in court that she did see those comments and she was... It's mandatory for her to tell them, like, don't mention CPS when he's oversharing Giardia story. And it's pretty much 100% of the comments saying, it's not 100% of the comments saying that. A lot of comments were saying CPS. I did see a couple of comments saying, like, CPS should be called or whatever. Their kids should be taken away. I'm not sure if anyone has literally mentioned that in the comments, but regardless, I don't remember someone saying call CPS. I do remember someone mentioning something about CPS should be involved probably or something like that. It's not Denim saying that. And also the fact that someone in the comments said that could be a reaction to just Ethan oversharing, and we don't even know if someone in our community called. If someone from our community called, which I don't think that is the case because we already know that it was someone close to the family in the house, which was shared by Ethan, unless that is a lie. If someone from our community called, the question is, Could she have known that someone in her community called? Did that person call because of things that Denims was saying? Or did that person just call because of what they heard Ethan saying in that video? So, next one. You repeatedly insinuated that Denims was responsible for the CPS call, labeling her as the real villain of the video. You also stated she has been such a nasty, pathetic, lying, just like such a horrible, disgusting person because you believed she was behind the CPS call.
Or the Denims caused others to do so, among other things you stated. As someone that's been covering the situation, I would not be surprised if she actually did call CPS. She has...
I mean, you're covering yourself. I would not be surprised, so you're not ruling out that she didn't call CPS. But to think, like, this is, guys, sensitive, 106,000 people watch your videos, right? 2 days ago. This is a message to those people. I'm not talking to you, sensitive society. You are looking up to someone that thinks that Denims, who has a degree, right? She went to university, that she would bring Ethan to court to fight against the claim that she called CPS or is the reason why someone called CPS. When it goes to court, there will be discovery. They will probably check with CPS who actually made the call. And they will find out that she made the call, losing the lawsuit. This is the level of intelligence of the person you guys are looking up to. This video is going to be too long, so I don't know, but I want to respond to the comments.
Get too, please don't sue me. You're gonna leave me homeless. Okay, please don't do that. I'm shaking. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm scared. In my opinion, I definitely think it's a lie.
Well, I'm going to just say what you said about her. I hope you end up having to survive with OnlyFans.
The Denims caused others to
right?
do so.
I'm allowed to use what you said about her against you, right? Based on the video. Yeah, I hope you lose everything. I hope you end up having to do OnlyFans to survive.
She was watching badempanada and he was talking about the state of Ethan's house despite no pics being shown, despite...
Let's go back.
I think it's the latter. The Denims caused others to do so. She was watching badempanada and...
The Denims caused others... You do realize how difficult it is to prove that Denims caused someone else to report Ethan to CPS. You do realize that she was reacting to a video from badempanada, so it could have been someone watching badempanada's video. You do realize that badempanada was showing clips from Ethan's podcast, so people could be just watching the podcast and thinking, hey, you're also leaving out the fact that Ethan said, hey, close to the family. So you're saying it's going to be easy to prove that Denims caused it, not realizing that it's very difficult to prove that Denims caused it, and also unlikely. So, but this part jumps out. Let's listen.
He was talking about the state of Ethan's house despite no pics being shown.
The state of Ethan's house despite no pics being shown. I don't want to keep calling you an idiot, but it is exactly what you are. Badempanada showed the clips of Ethan sharing the Giardia story and oversharing. That is what it was. Go watch the video. I don't remember everything that he said, but like the pictures of his house. I've seen a video of Ethan stepping into poop or claiming he stepped into poop while streaming. So that came out. Like a lot of clips talking about poop and stuff. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not saying that CPS should have been called. I don't think CPS should have been called. I don't think Ethan should have been oversharing so much. This is not a story that you should be talking about on stream because there is a risk of someone watching it and calling. Yes, there's a risk. Does it mean that people are not allowed to react to what you are saying on your podcast? Like, no, people are allowed to react to what you're saying on your podcast. That is fair use, just like how I'm reacting to you. But the big claims from badempanada regarding Giardia were not based on pictures that he didn't show or like the house was like really dirty. No, it was based on the clips showing Ethan talking about Giardia and how many people had Giardia, and reassuring Dan that you can only get it by ingesting poop.
By him only making this up or reading about it on some subreddit that hate.
Oh, so you're lying about badempanada now, right? So he's only making this up or reading about it on some subreddit. No, it was a compilation of clips of the podcast of... Dude, you're just an idiot. So you're like, you guys, again, this is targeted to the 106,000 people that are following you. This guy is not doing any research.
Hates Ethan. So
Nothing.
next to know, we got no proof.
Like, the minimum amount of research he has to do is like watch Denims react to that badempanada video. That's all he needs to do. How long is that video? I don't feel like doing it because we're not supposed to do everything for you, right? Like, go watch. Everything is still available.
House literally look like shit, so we don't have that. It just...
And what makes this even more frustrating is that Ethan reacted to that video, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, you had multiple opportunities to see the video.
just something
Like, go watch the Bad Empanada video. Like, why not? Like, why not just go watch... Fine. I will show you the stupid video. I will show you the stupid video. So, fine. God, you're an idiot. Bad empanada. Let's go check. Bad empanada. Ethan. Poop. It's not that difficult. Okay, let's see.
So she has Giardia, so
Sex toys to their house.
No.
well,
I'm not
maybe
gonna
not that.
Okay, so let me turn on the screen again. Why not? You guys are so freaking lazy. So here's the video.
not gonna do that.
So move forward. I'm not going to watch the entire video. We're gonna just hear Ethan. Is it here? So he's showing a lot of, like, as you can see, he's showing clips of Ethan. Here is the clip. Here it is.
Happy about this as well. The way that you talk.
Which is it's a bacterial. The next
go.
part is
What's the next?
that Olive has Giardia,
Olive has Giardia.
which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has
Max.
this?
Olive has this. Yeah, she came to us with it.
Okay.
She had diarrhea.
So sounds like a dog came to their house. I'm assuming it's a dog. Diarrhea, had Giardia.
And
Oh, poor baby.
Ducky came to us with that too. And I just wonder why
It's relatively common.
it should be. They should have found it already. But anyway,
Okay. So Giardia, dog.
so
okay.
she has Giardia. So we have her on.
I know that Ethan later said that apparently it was only the dog having Giardia. Doesn't matter. This is the stuff that people reacted to, right? Right? So saying, hey, no, it was actually only the dog, and I saw people commenting and saying it was only the dog and they claimed it was the entire family. Let's listen.
An antibiotic, but we had to wait until Monday, which is today. We just got it today. And well, Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
Oh shit.
And now Ela has Giardia.
Based on Reddit, right? Based on Reddit.
Yeah.
Shut. For real?
How many people have Giardia?
And now I think that this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my god.
What can I do to not get it from
Yeah,
you?
I'm
Critical part here.
Yeah, what?
Because I'm not trying to get
Can
that.
we crank
it's-
the AC maybe?
Is it?
It's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Okay, so can we now agree that all of this information was shared by Ethan, which we call oversharing? Do you want to? Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's go find Denims. Let's go. I will try to find it for you.
There was no food present, but hearing the bell made them think that there was food coming.
That is not the right
By
video.
using treats when we're training the puppy to sit.
So, Denims. Maybe she took the video down because she doesn't want people. I cannot rule that out. Denims, Ethan Klein, Giardia. Maybe someone re-uploaded it. Let's see. Can I find it? I see some videos. She's fucking delusional. Rev says Desu with 106,000 views. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah. Oh, your last video from 2 months ago is you're effing disgusting towards Denims. I have a video of Ethan Klein attacking her. Let me see.
Into a rage comic.
Okay.
Yikes!
All while Denims.
Play Hassan saying you want to get Destiny laid.
If Destiny was my roommate, I'd get him laid all
A rage comic. Dude, Ethan Klein is like stuck in 2015. It's so sad. It's so pathetic.
the time.
Strange. Strange. I'll tell you what, I've never said.
This is the video. She didn't take it down.
Look with your eyes.
This is good.
The job market, it's pretty shit out there. Like, they're just there for a paycheck, man.
Let's go.
And they just want this fuckhead possibly have a personal prerogative for wanting to push back on the very racist stereotype that Muslim men want to mass rape. I
need to go and find the video. So let's see. Denims offers an apology to Ethan Klein. Ethan, okay, it's older than that. Ethan Klein knows about CPS, but he is lying. Let me see. Response to Ethan's, that's 2 hours. It's probably a shorter video. Let me try to find it. What if I just search for CPS? CPS. You guys can do this as well, right? Denim's response. All right, let's go. 1 hour. I don't have time to do 1 hour.
Not sending their best.
Let's
Are you good with fan accounts? Yeah.
I don't blame her for
And we'll
doing
probably
an hour.
circle
Like,
back
it is
to Chuck the
important to
Cuck
be
because
complete.
yeah. And with that, I'll be leaving you all with this video. Let's see, guys. I'm definitely not a boomer. Probably buried. I think it's not a person like that. All right.
Just don't invalidate.
Okay.
Myself into this time.
So
Before we get into it,
the statements Ethan has made were in that letter as well, right? You
some
can look
quick
into that.
housekeeping first.
North Star Radio. Ethan Klein spreads.
Banner right there.
Denims is streaming.
So this to me is like very important clip.
Wow,
And
I
look
did
at the
not realize
comments.
that.
Call CPS. Child endangerment must CPS. Social.
So these are comments in her chat. CPS, social services. Bro, someone needs to unironically call CPS. That's child endangerment. Okay, if his kids have Giardia, they actually need to be taken away. Okay, people have said some rather extreme stuff. Does it mean that someone has called CPS in that chat? No. Did Denims tell them to call CPS? No.
Social services. Bro needs someone to call CPS. That's is saying call CPS. Notice the chat is almost in a complete.
Keep going.
He just tried to show him that he's wrong, and he ignored it because he's lying. The corner.
He has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. And
Love. This isn't edited.
What about the top right? I thought.
Happening.
So they seem to have made a compilation of the worst
What
messages.
exactly am I supposed to get
I
through
don't
to a
really
person
care
and
about that
convince her
stuff.
wrong when she's literally disproving herself on her own stream and then ignoring what just came out of her mouth 5 seconds earlier?
Oh, Lion Klein. I'm honestly shocked people still take this guy seriously. Let's do some quick math. Here are the first and last frames of the video that he played. I searched for the top and the bottom messages in my Chatterino history. The first one is line 14,472. The second is 15,428. And they're 5 minutes apart.
I don't even know what I'm looking for because she didn't tell people to call CPS.
That's 956 messages in 5 minutes.
But let's see.
Your sisters would have done to bully you if...
That was, Ethan was kind of mean.
Honestly, I don't know which clip it was of her. You can go check. You can go find it. I'm too tired. I want to
That was
finish
made
this.
up. I definitely think it's the latter. I think
It was made up.
she's one of the reasons why CPS got called. I'm gonna keep it real. I think she is one of the reasons.
The people who I
Good
care
luck
about
proving that.
know that Ethan Klein is a prolific liar. Insane people in Ethan Klein's audience. I don't think you should tap the glass. I don't think you should interact with.
I'm done with the video because holy shit, it's stupid. Let's see. For people so concerned with Ethan's mental health, they sure do attack him and his family a lot. This is not attack towards his family or anything. Denims is saying, hey, he's spreading misinformation about me. Yeah, I think she's right. And then, yeah. Someone can go and do a lawsuit if you're spreading misinformation. She's literally the reason it happened. Literally the reason. She's literally the reason it happened. This is false, right? You don't know who called. So Fatty Bolger doesn't know who called. 618 likes, and everyone agrees in the comments. She's literally the reason someone called. For real, that dude. She amplified badempanada and his lies about Ethan to her entire community. That makes her literally the reason why someone called. You are an idiot. You cannot be saved. Amplifying something that on its own could be a reason that someone called. We don't know who called. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Donating to Gaza, no. Denims, no. Donating for a drawn-on conflict, Denims, yes. Denims has 830 likes. Denims has said, don't donate to Gaza. Okay, interesting. Typical people say they believe it. To be fair, donating to Gaza is essentially just donating to Hamas. So yeah, messed up people in your viewership. She's got that smile that sociopaths. Just want to point out, it's kind of funny how pro-Palestinians raise money for his unserious lawsuit instead of raising money for Palestinians. It sounds like almost like they care more about Ethan. Wow, you can't do two multiple things. You can only do one thing. You can do one donation in your entire life. So let's see. It's been amazing to watch your son and his orbiters fall out since this discussion. Okay. Lama Asaf, she really woke up and decided to sue the man who has the most famous lawsuit win in YouTube history. He's untouchable now, right? It does look like he feels like he's untouchable. He has gone on record saying, I love lawsuits. His lawyer has said, who has said this? Has the most famous lawsuit win? And Ethan has gone on record and said, I love lawsuits. I always win them. Okay. Why can't they just leave Ethan alone? She was just reacting to clips of Ethan saying that stuff, which she's allowed to do, and then he claimed that she was the reason, or she was one of the reasons, or whatever. So yeah, she's not the reason. We don't know who called, you dumbasses. I'm predicting that there's going to be an issue with the misuse of the GoFundMe funds. Okay, let's see. So Jessica, see if you will apologize. We will come back to this comment. A legal suit wouldn't say Denims. It would say her name. So this is false. It's just the first letter. Ethan knows who Denims is, so it's not that strange. I looked it up. It's totally fine to use that username instead of her real name. She was probably also afraid of Ethan maybe showing her real name. But when you first start out, that is fine. You can do it in this way. Yep. It's like the first contact. It's totally fine. It isn't the lawsuit. It was a letter. They literally talk about this in the podcast. But nice try with your bullshit. Yeah, there we go. Someone actually has a point. So, oh shit, a glazer. Oh, Dingus is right. And then someone says, oh shit, a glazer, and gets 10 times as many likes. Dingus said it wasn't just a letter. It was a letter containing a legal. It is still the first letter that you sent. Yeah, that person is right. So many people saying the CPS calls were fake. It sounded like he was implying that a legal letter was fake. I don't know. Wait. I probably misunderstood the point. Alt remove the like. This person doesn't even understand. But it was so when you sue someone, there's like you start with the first letter. The first letter, it's fine to use your username. It is fine. When it goes to court, the court requires you to use your name. Does that compute? If not, go research it. Okay, that little bit of money, 40,000, she got is not nowhere near enough. Don't worry, we'll keep crowdfunding. As soon as she faces the reality of paying the absolute major part of the cost of suing someone, she will just pocket the money. Okay. So let's see if this person will apologize when she refunds everyone if it doesn't turn into a lawsuit. She knows that Ethan is not going to apologize. Okay, fine, yeah. She knows this and is going to use this as a loophole to pocket the money. What is the loophole? There's no loophole. It's never going to court. She will only refund if he says sorry, which she is absolutely sure he won't. No. Like, yeah, he's supposed to retract. If he doesn't retract, she will turn it into a lawsuit, yeah? So, yeah, if it turns into a lawsuit, she will use the money to defend herself. If money is left in that lawsuit, she will refund people. If you don't believe that, okay, fine. So here we have Nunya. Let's see what Nunya has to say. Are we meant to believe that this is from an actual lawyer? Whichever Discord mod, yeah, really does look like it's from an actual lawyer. She has a degree, not in law, but she has a degree. She is quite smart, probably smarter than Nunya. Pretty sure she's smarter than you, Nunya. But yeah, it is an actual lawyer. Like, it would be really stupid for her not to, but yeah, you don't have to believe it. And also, another person that doesn't understand that you can refer to her as Denims in the first letter that you send. Denims as the IQ of a taught turnip from a wall. Okay, this person is really smart, sure. Somehow then spending 150k on fighting Ethan instead of feeding starving kids. Oh, okay. Can't do both things, yeah. Pretty sure she's made a few defamatory statements towards Ethan previously, so starting this is beyond ignorant. He can sue her for that, yeah. Imagine threatening legal action against someone and then not only losing that suit, we'll have to see, but losing countersuit. Okay, we'll have to see. Let's see. Someone tracked the money for that GoFundMe. Yeah, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Ethan never said Denims called CPS, only that she platformed people who made comments that would likely contribute to the call being made. You can, like, the statements were read on this thing. Like, she's the primary, like, dude. Which will be nigh on impossible for her to argue against in court. He has to argue how his statements were not false. Making GoFundMe for Gaza that she cares about so much. So, okay, this person is saying like she doesn't care about Gaza because she hasn't created the GoFundMe for Gaza. Doesn't mean that she hasn't donated or told other people, hey, donate to Gaza here. Okay, so stupid. I hope Ethan countersues her. Okay, I hope for you as well. Guys, you're all being too hard on her. It can be easy to defend yourself when you have two brain cells fighting for third place. It's generally speaking very low IQ, everyone here in the comments. The paperwork has to be fake. No official paperwork would name her just Denims. Yeah, that's false. They pretended to be so worried about Ethan's kids while simultaneously she wasn't really pretending to be really worried about the kids. She was just laughing, mostly. This money could go towards creator clash, lol. Defamation lawsuits are notoriously hard to win. Yeah, she did explain that she doesn't have to prove damages. Like the type of lawsuit that she's going to do, she doesn't have to prove damages. So yeah. Yeah. Winning a frivolous defamation case in California, home of the strongest anti-slap laws in the country, can be a very costly mistake as well. Okay, yeah, we'll see. Ethan has been speaking about her shenanigans for a while now. Okay, the tides have turned after the content cucks dropped and she's everyone's sight and people hate her. Okay, That's why she's suing someone that is spreading misinformation. Based on the information that we have, it looks like those claims cannot be proven and are false. Now she wants to pretend like she wants to sue to make the hate stop because Ethan is the hero. Like, sorry, I just can't deal with really dumb comments. The crash out of Hassan and his orbiters, yeah, they're crashing out, sure. She lost her mind since she gained sentience when she was 4. She was smarter as a toddler. So low IQ. I don't want to hear this woman out of everyone. Call someone else, pity and okay. Why doesn't her buddy Hassan front the bill? Oh wait. She didn't ask him. She set up a GoFundMe so he can donate. Who knows? Maybe he donated. It totally went well last time someone went to court against Ethan. You mean the slap suits he lost? Sorry, I don't get it. Oh, you only remember... Okay, oh, those things do not count, right? You only remember the one against the bald guy. Yeah, okay. I can't wait for Denims' homeless arc. Okay, fine. In a cease and desist or other legal document, you have to use your full legal name. This is not true, so we have another person that doesn't know what they're talking about. People were moving on, but then... Exactly, lol. That was actually one of my first thoughts when I heard she's done this. It's a Streisand effect. People remember her as the person that resulted in the CPS call, which is not true, and she's fighting against that. She doesn't want to be remembered as the person that is the reason for the CPS call. With CPS, you can get a lawyer and you can find out who called it, and then they can find out who did it. Okay, charge them directly, and if or when it could, yeah, that info would be dragged out. Now, if Ethan wants to hit back, that side is harassment, slander. Is this the only reasonable comment? Let me read it again. With CPS, you can get a lawyer and find out who called it. Then, if they find out who did it, charge them directly. And if or when it gets to court, that info would be dragged out. Now, if Ethan wants to hit back, that site is... I can't fully read it, comprehend this sentence. But yeah, it sounds like you have a problem with the person that called CPS. So let's see. Didn't she say that even if CPS got called, it doesn't matter because the kids will not remember? She said something about like kids don't really have memories from before they were 4 or 5 or something. Yeah. So she said it's not that big of a deal. She's allowed to say that. Doesn't mean this was after the fact, right? When they talked about the CPS. So this has not, yeah, it doesn't really matter. CPS was already called. They said that they came to the house and they introduced the CPS person as a friend to the kids or whatever, and she was like, the kids will be fine. Oh, what a bad thing to say. The kids will be traumatized until the end of the time. Yeah, that's true. How did Ethan respond after being smeared non-stop? She didn't smear him. Imagine being upset that someone won't just quietly take your nonsense. There was really no nonsense. She was just reacting to Ethan oversharing the Giardia story. She doesn't have an actual lawyer, does she? It's GPT. Yeah, okay, sure. They got a taste of social relevance, and now they are desperate to keep it. Interesting. You need a mind first in order to lose it. Wow. She isn't going to actually sue, and she's going to keep the money. Ooh, we got another one. She gives me Temu Pokemon vibes, okay? Bread tubers make Kanye after releasing... Suing Ethan with her fans' money? How pathetic. You don't have to support her. Suing Ethan with her fans' money? It's a lot of money. She'll lose. It's a bad faith suit. Bad faith suit? What is a bad faith suit? It will financially cripple her. No, it won't. Defamation lawsuit? Yeah, sure. She propped up wasting CPS's time. Oh, you're making a claim that she wasted CPS's time. You're assuming... So you're making the point for her. She is not the reason why someone called CPS. Not as far as she knows. She doesn't know who called CPS. We don't know. You don't know. But you seem to know because you're saying she propped up wasting CPS's time. Now she's going to waste the court's time. And you're saying 26,000 won't be enough. It's 40 now, I think. Yeah, so pretty messed up. Dumb comment. You're basically proving her point that people have started to believe that she is responsible for it, even though she is not. And she is fighting back because she thinks you cannot tell people that she's responsible for something that she's not responsible for. Wow. I really hope she's stupid enough to sue. It'd be pure cinema. I will promise you I will come back to this. I will probably get blocked by the low IQ dumbass society guy. But I will come back to this video and I will check in with every one of you. I will check in with all of you guys. All of you. I don't care if you're just dumb. Like, you're not using your brain. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, you need to... Come on, guys. I mean, come on. What is wrong with you guys? Like, you're not doing the bare minimum amount of research. Stupid cigarette machine is... I should stop smoking. But, got it. You're not doing the bare minimum amount of research. It's stupid. I'm just here for the Doom coverage. The thing that makes the most mad about Chunk's nephew, I don't know. I'm not reading that. Oh, Chunk's nephew is Hassan, right? Cenk Uyghur. And his harem of terrorists supporting loser, who has said that they support terrorists, is they forced me to defend Klein. They forced you to defend Klein? Okay. I hate everyone involved and look forward to it ending so my feet is clean. Okay, dude, go outside, touch some grass. That's just sad either. Her legal representation is a goldfish. Yeah, I disagree. What you're describing regarding Dem's conduct falls under the clean hands doctrine. A person can't ask the court to penalize another person for the conduct when the issuing party doesn't approach the court with clean hands. She's fucked because it doesn't matter if she's the one who called CPS. Alright, this one is really high IQ. It doesn't matter if she's the one who called CPS. First of all, black openness. If she called CPS, do you think she's going to sue Ethan for saying that she called CPS when she in fact called CPS? So saying it doesn't matter if she called CPS, yes it does. If she actually called CPS, that would be a huge issue. But okay, that goes beyond your scope, right? So her spreading lies, which lies? Loose rumors of the state of his children's living conditions enabled her entire audience with the idea of reporting his children to CPS. Receipts? Want to show receipts that she actually spread lies or loose rumors of the state of his children's living conditions? Yeah, you're not going to actually show us, like, point us to any receipts, right? You guys are just going to spread misinformation. What else does this person say? It doesn't even matter if the person who reported him to CPS is one of their viewers. Okay, if they knew her and knew of the things she was saying and decided to report him, she is still to blame. What did she say? What did she say? Huh? You can't really mention it, right? In fact, you probably don't even have to single out the specific person who did the report. The fact she said all that publicly. What did she say, dude? What did she say? The only chance she has in winning the lawsuit is if they find a separate, completely unrelated reason why someone called CPS on Ethan. Well, we can't rule that out. We can't rule that out. Could very well be the case. Yeah. So, dumb comment. She isn't going to sue. She'll pocket the cash. We have another one. Forecasting the what happened to Denims 2 years later after filing for bankruptcy. Okay. I want to see Denims explain to a Palestinian child why she's doing all of this. Lol. Yeah. So, okay, let's say someone, let's say you have a business, right? And then you sell products. You have a big order and you sold, like, you have an order, you fulfilled it. It was like for $5 million. And they don't pay. They just don't pay. Based on your logic and a lot of other people's logic, as a company, you should not sue them. You should donate more money to Palestine. Like, why would you sue? Instead of using that money to sue them, you should just donate it, right? Isn't impersonating a lawyer illegal? It's illegal to pretend that you have a brain. Wait, I'm not a lawyer either, but if this was a real demand for public retractions, why would it say Denims? Well, again, it's the first letter, it's okay. As much as I hate Ethan, I hate Denims way more, far more, who she is. What did she do, dude? No legal written by a legit lawyer firm would address Denims as her YouTuber name. This is false. In the first letter, it's totally fine to do that. Because she doesn't want Ethan to show the letter and show her name to everyone, because there's a good chance that that happens. right? There's a risk. So, yeah, she doesn't want to do that. He knows who it's about. It's just a letter telling him something. When it turns into a loss, I'm not going to explain it again. They can say all this bullshit, and the second he says anything about them, they want to sue him for silence. Oh, okay. So the Redditor that was getting a letter from his lawyer. How many people received a letter from his lawyer? Noah Samson received a letter of his lawyer. So yeah, but so, and then you're saying these people are so pathetic. Okay, fine. Joke's on you. You can't lose what never existed in the first place. No idea what that means. It's either absolute delusion caused by their hatred growing from not... This one I think I really... this was entertaining. It's either absolute delusion caused by their hatred growing from not being able to tear Ethan down. So it's caused by their hatred growing from not being able to tear. So out of the blue, people are trying to tear Ethan down based on nothing. Okay. Incredible malice, only doing it to try to chip away at Ethan's sanity. Everyone is just targeting Ethan for literally no reason. Okay, that makes sense. Which is dumb as fuck because that man loves lawsuits and doesn't back down from them. Sounds like someone that is at risk of losing lawsuits if you never back down from them when there is a risk of losing a lawsuit. What happened to those slap suits with Kavanaugh? The funny thing is that it doesn't matter what the reason. These idiots are only making all the neutral audience sympathize with Ethan. Yeah, I don't think that's true. I don't think you're neutral. I think you guys are not that neutral. You just really hate Hassan and socialists and lefties. And I love how this is my introduction to Denims. I only heard about her from the Content Cup video. So yeah, exactly. They do not look into it. They just follow shitty content like this, right? I just saw the GoFundMe and it's so far at 22%. Crazy how people are not aware of that. Disappointing. Yeah, I will donate extra because of your comment. Oh, he got her banned? That's how it happened? Yeah. Had nothing to do with her breaking to.as and her basic... No. Based on what Denim said, it was not her breaking to.as. But admittedly, why would you get banned for 30 days if you didn't break to.as? Denim said that it happened because of them contacting the sponsors. I don't know. I can't look in Twitch's head. I can't see what Twitch... but yeah, apparently you can misrepresent a tier list, make it look anti-Semitic, and then reach out to sponsors, and yeah, Twitch listens. Doesn't mean that it was anti-Semitic or racist. What was Denims doing in the F tier? If the lawsuit goes through, I'll be donating to Ethan. Yeah, keep donating to the millionaire. I've outgrown Ethan's content a long time ago, but I do hope he countersues and includes everyone involved. Okay. Hassan said Ethan can't take criticism and sued. Meanwhile, Denims did the same. Every time I think this drama is dying down, one of these side gremlins. Okay, I love how people are not affected by something with other people to foot the bill for a bullshit waste of time lawsuit. You want to sue someone for... Use your own money. She's allowed to GoFundMe. Who are you to tell us that we are not allowed to help her out? Get the fuck out of here. Denims is like Arnold Schwarzenegger to Frogan's. I'm gonna keep reading. I remember a time where YouTubers would do a GoFundMe when they get sued. It's so pathetic what she's doing. Okay, so don't sue anyone. Just only get sued, okay? Don't sue anyone, regardless of what they say, okay? Donate to my First World Hurt Feelings funds. I wonder how many people would watch her if she wore an oversized hoodie on her every stream. She lost her mind. Did she ever have one? When you enter the rap game, okay. You demand a retraction, and if they don't retract, you can sue. You can sue anybody for anything. It's whether or not your case gets anywhere. So, John Bronham, why is this a low IQ comment? Well, she doesn't want a lawsuit. She prefers for Ethan to just retract, because if he retracts, then at least she can point towards the retraction and say, guys, stop constantly messaging me, telling me I'm the reason people called CPS. Does that compute? I don't get why Denims is asking for lawsuit money. It's going to be expensive. Another banger from Ron Burgundy. The moment they ask for discovery, she'll freak out. Yeah, she's not aware that discovery is going to be a thing. Yeah, okay. Denims probably thinks she's an innocent little being. To be honest, she's quite innocent here. I threw all of my jeans out because it just feels anti-Semitic to wear them now. Don't understand. Whenever stuff like this happen, I just assume the worst person in the situation is going to get away with their behavior. So I expect her to win based on that alone. People are not looking into it. I ain't even watched the vid yet. I just know Denims is reaching levels of pathetic not even Frog the Hot could. Okay. Such fun to watch this whole drama. Seeing people that should go as idols to people. Learn English. Assuming she's being serious and decides to take it to court, then I wouldn't be surprised if the judge decides to throw the case out, since this just comes off as petty. No. Telling people that you're somehow connected to the CPS call, reading all these comments, it's not petty. I understand why she's doing it. If Kevels was actually a woman, he'd be Denims. Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, man, I didn't subscribe for a horror channel enough with the jump scares. Denims is pretty cute. I don't see your problem. I don't see the problem. She's going to sue a millionaire named Klein. I don't think she thought this out. Don't sue millionaires, regardless of what they say and do. All right. The only defamation towards Denims could be claiming her synapses fire normally. If she manages to raise the funds and tries to follow through with the suit, the proof aside, it's probable that she could face anti-slap as well, and the drama formers donating to her, talking about free plastic and a mess. Okay. I'll never understand how these people have fans. No, this society guy has fans. That makes sense. I want to go back. Okay. Denims last 2 working brain cells. Okay. Denims so mid in every aspect. She's cute, right? She's not a supermodel, but she's pretty cute. That's why she's also successful with her OnlyFans as well. That's up to her if she wants to do it or not. I'm not a fan of OnlyFans, but yeah, it's up to them. She's also smart, so yeah, she's not mid in every aspect. She's actually not mid in most aspects. 2 obvious reasons anyone watches her. Yes, I'm being sexist. I don't care. Okay. I hope Ethan makes a counter GoFundMe. Ethan doesn't need a GoFundMe. People donate enough. They sell enough children's clothing. It will be fine. My fiance, after I got home, obviously it's not officially children's clothing, but it looks like children's clothing to me. I'm allowed to think that. Ethan should wait until that GoFundMe peaks and then retract his statements. Then after the refund, if it even happens, okay, so will you apologize if it does happen? Retract his retraction. Would be incredibly funny, I think. That is messed up. You have a messed up brain. Palestine is temporary. YouTube drama is forever. Wow. Palestine is temporary. So you're totally okay with genocide and dick cleansing. Nice. Who would feel sorry for them begging on the streets of LA? People really like to think of her losing everything. Wow. Part of me is thinking the power move would be to wait right before she gets someone. Yeah, it's another person. Like, kind of messed up to say, like, yeah, she's already raised over 30,000. Wouldn't call someone a prolific liar knowing that they are indeed not a prolific. Okay. The lawsuit will fall flat, as she would have to prove that he knows she had nothing to do with it. Wow. She has to prove that he knows that she had nothing to do with it. He's making claims about her, and she has to prove that he knows she had nothing to do with it. All Day Again. Account is called All Day Again, guys. If you want to follow All Day Again, you can't sue for voicing your opinion that you believe to be true. Yeah, you maybe should research stuff a bit. People like Denims want to push Ethan to the limit by threatening his young children. She did not threaten his young children, so that's kind of messed up to say that. Harassing his wife. Nobody's harassing his wife out of the creators that he's harassing. Then call him crazy for retaliating. Then suing the victim of her harassment. I stopped watching H3. Okay. I can't. I just can't. Someone here says 10 seconds in, I'm the biggest fan. Jesus, they're stupid. I'm done. I can't read all the comments. But as you can see, it's basically just people that are not willing to actually research it. I know you guys hate me because I can give you a list of reasons, right? Right? Like, I've seen H3 community coming at me and leaving nasty comments, and I have to hide them from my channel. go ahead, leave nasty comments. I'll hide you from the channel. If you have something to say that counters something that I have said, if you think I'm wrong about something, then comment on my video and I will engage with you. If you have actually good arguments, you're convinced me of stuff, then maybe we can just have a call. You don't have to show your face. We'll just have a call. We'll have a debate or just a normal conversation about this entire mess and then just see, right? So here, she pushed the narrative, just reacted to clips of Ethan talking, justified the CPS call. She did not justify the CPS call, and she actually called out and said, I don't think it's cool that people call someone called CPS, yeah? Because the kids wouldn't remember to. Wow. Simply OP. She justified the CPS call being made because she said that the kids wouldn't remember it. That's super stupid. And she would need $500,000 to sue Ethan. No, she does not. This is just so stupid. It's crazy. I kind of want to read all of them. Someone asked, what exactly is Denims claiming that Ethan lied about? I mean, the dude shows the letter, but okay, let's read. Let's read the missing. That she instigated the call to CPS, which she absolutely did. Based on what? Do you know who called? Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm not running defense for her, just trying to understand. Couldn't she argue it was actually badempanada? Yeah, she could. She doesn't know. Could be. Could also be Ethan himself. Yeah? Oh, wait, I remembered as I typed that. The word CPS only ever came out of her mouth first. No, that's not true. Yeah, she's toast. Wow. She got no case whatsoever against Ethan, and Ethan has a great case for countersuit. No, he does not. She's toast for sure. No, she's not toast. It's already too late to fold unless Ethan lets her off the hook. And I doubt he will. It really looks like these are all like 10-year-olds. It really looks like these are all either very low IQ or just very young children. So here someone says, I think it's a scare tactic. Why? Any formal cease and desist letter from a lawyer wouldn't refer to their client by their online moniker. Yeah, you're wrong. None of us ever believed so that Denims made the call, nor did we think she made anyone do it. We think she heavily wink nod that it should happen, and yeah, she didn't say that. Maybe reconsider using a real picture for your profile. Not an expert, but if she really goes through with the lawsuit, the lawyers will have the power to look into the CPS call. Okay. I think they can request a copy of the call and details including phone number. Even if you hide your number and don't tell your name, they can find out. Let's hope she goes through. So this person actually thinks Denims made the call and is suing Ethan, realizing that there will be discovery, but forgetting that there will be discovery because she's not smart. But this person that I'm looking at is smarter than Denims. What degree do you have? Alright, I'm done, man. This is just so stupid. It's so long, but yeah. Guys, if you can watch his video, you have an active internet connection, go research stuff before randomly assuming your Lord and Savior is right. You hate these people. I get it. You don't care about the genocide. I get it. Lots of people don't care about the genocide. I don't care about you either. Sayonara.